It's the 21st of June and I'm at Dublin Airport about to hop on a plane all the way down to New Zealand to support the British and Irish Lions and their rugby tour. Now I've tried through the official channels to get access to the players and to the rugby, but it's been denied. I'm still going to go down there. I can't wait to see the All Blacks in the flesh, and fingers crossed, with a bit of luck, we'll hook up with some of them Irish players on the tour. Thanks very much. Good luck.
Loud stuff.
That has got to be one of the longest plane journeys I've ever taken in my life. I'm a Landolchan New Zealand, lads. This is All Blacks territory. I'm after spending 18 hours in a plane over 20,000 kilometres to come here. Come on, the Lions.
Looking at the moment. How's it looking?
Christchurch, in the province of Canterbury, has a population of 331,400. It's a small and accessible town, best viewed right here on top of Mount Cavendish.
Rugby's in our blood here, right? It's a huge part of our psyche. We're brought up with it. We're reasonably good at it. We're either the best in the world or close to it most of the time. Yeah. And we've got over a century of history with that. Yes. And so it's the one thing we can beat the rest of the world at.
Okay, right in.
We've been looking forward to this Lions team for many years, and the Lions was something new. It was unique for New Zealand, and being the rugby mad country, we've been waiting for this for quite a long time.
Right, okay, everybody on the bus, apart from Brian.
This is something unique for the boys, you know, and this is a big occasion. It's a test series against the Northern Hemisphere taking on us, little old New Zealand, you know.
Now the supporters are getting some food, some are drinking their coffee, some are relaxing in hotels, but you can spot where the Irish boys are. It is supping the beer. How are you boys? What's the story, boys? Are we rising tonight? What part of the country are you from? Roscommon. Oh! Give us a prediction. Score tonight.
We have to beat them up in the first 10 minutes, and then that's it after that.
But what's the story of this Lions song? Have you ever heard such Lions, Lions? Is there no other song?
Run out of words.
Yes, well, we're here in the square, and I'm joined by three rarities. That's three Scottish Lions. How do you feel about the lack of Scots?
Can't really say too much because they never performed the Six Nations, but I'm a bit disappointed with Woodward's selection.
That's probably as near to a lion as I'll ever get.
This is the honeymoon. A rugby honeymoon.
He's playing his cards very well.
Are you scrummaging well?
There's a couple of rocks going on, all right.
Hey! The best thing I like, lads, is the Lions song. Have you heard it?
Oh.
Lions, Lions, Lions. What's the prediction for tonight?
A win all the way, Hector.
A win. 2012 to the Lions.
Yeah. Lions all the way.
All the way.
All the way.
And the best song of the night is Lions, 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 Lions.
Woodward is the man that all Kiwis love to hate, basically. And so the fact that he's arriving with his multi-million-dollar spectacle and the fact that he's got, 50 players and 2,000 assistants and whatever, all of that stuff together means that for New Zealand rugby fans, they really want to see this Lions team beaten.
Just from a personal point of view, it's so nice to actually be in this position now. We've actually announced your testing, cards are now on the table, and just personally is very, very excited about looking forward to Saturday night, where we can answer questions one way or the other.
I guess the fact that he comes now with Sir Clive Woodward, that he is a World Cup winner, but also because he has been shouting from the rooftops that this will be the best prepared Lions team ever in history.
But I also think it's important for the All Blacks to win for rugby in general, that the fact that you do not have to take 51 people, you do not have to spend these millions and millions of dollars to go on a tour and be successful.
Our theory is that that's far too many players, that they can't get to know each other, can't get to form combinations, and it'll crash and burn.
If it was in my control, the Lions tour will be a lot longer, a lot more games, a lot more fixtures, and probably play another test match. But you've got to go with what you've got, and you've got to kind of plan accordingly. And as I said when I started this trip, I've always planned backwards.
Woodward has been a disaster from an organisational point of view. He's managed to somehow recruit 80 people for this particular tour. Now, as far as I can remember, there are 15 men on a rugby team. Now, the necessity for 80 people is beyond me, but Sir Clive Woodward seems to think otherwise.
Behind me is the Irish and British Lions team hotel, where Sir Clive Woodward is putting the finishing touches to his preparations for the first battle. Controversy reigns, however, in his team selection, as English out-half Johnny Wilkinson has been chosen out of position at centre alongside skipper Brian O'Driscoll. The small matter, of course, tomorrow night of the All Blacks. How are preparations going for that, Paul?
Yeah, they're going very well at the moment. Quite a good few training sessions the last couple of weeks. We've been together for about 10 days now. We're building up nicely. So.
And how's your place kicking practice going?
Yeah, it's not going too bad. It's not going too bad. Raj asked me to
take over.
Take over there.
Yeah, that's right.
I was giving him
and
a few
who could
kicks.
blame him? You wear the red for Munster and the red for Lions. Is that confusing at all?
Most of us have gotten the hang of it now. Donica would still be struggling at this stage.
Yes, or as they call him over here, Dunshaw.
Oh. Donica, yeah. Okay. Irish for Dennis. None of you Kiwis can say it anyway, so don't worry about it.
That's right.
Not even the English lads can say it.
How does he react to that? Does he mind that people don't know how to say his name?
He doesn't know how to say it himself anyway, so it's all the one. He struggles with a lot of that basic.
He's not too sure what tour he's on, isn't it? Because he took
yeah.
a few sleeping tablets for the flight over, and he actually thought he was in Dublin for a few days for pre-season camp.
And strong similarities, I think it's fair to say, to the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. Big and stupid, like, I suppose, would be the best way of describing Donica.
The worst joke teller in history. He has an example. Yeah, he just hasn't cracked a funny joke all year.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for talking to us. And Paul, in all seriousness, congratulations. And I hope you have a great game tomorrow. And best luck on Tuesday.
Cheers. Come on.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All New Zealanders like Irish rugby. They've got that thing that, how can you not admire it in rugby, is they don't give a crap. They go out and they put their bodies on the line. O'Driscoll's like that. One of the reasons we love O'Driscoll is because he's not a little poncing, Nancy dancing boy, you know? He wants to get in and smash the hell out of people.
Not too clear.
We watch the home nation games very intensely in this country, and we just rate him as one of the great centres that, has been around for many a year, and he's held in great esteem.
I watched him play on telly. He is a brilliant player. But again, he can only play if the other players gel together and get him the good ball that he can make the breaks, and he can make the breaks.
The men of Munster are legends, the Irish legends. John Hayes, Raj, Johnny Callahan, Paul O'Connell, they're all legends.
Hey, what's the score for the night?
I'd say 25-15 will win.
She's a pitch like Toman on a greasy night.
It's a sooner stop.
30-25. Lads, you having a good tour?
Mighty.
Look at this lovely lioness.
I'm a lioness.
A lioness.
A Scottish lioness.
A Scottish lioness.
Now, the omission of David Humphrey, as I've said to you before, is a disgrace. But the omission of the greatest prop in British rugby, Simon Bell, is simply obscene.
Let's do a line out. Shane Byrne is throwing, lads. We're in the line out. Mudge is throwing. Right,
Every day, O'Driscoll, my own shot.
horrible conditions, cold and sleet and hail and rain. And before the game, Clive was telling us he wouldn't mind if it was wet. And we thought, well, he's got his wish now. In the All Black dressing room, they were getting told, well, they wanted wet, we'll show them how we can play in the wet too, sort of thing. And I think it was an incentive for them.
Well, as you probably saw, Sir Clive Woodward and his squad had made their way down towards the stadium. It's just about an hour before kick-off. I was supposed to be going to the match myself, but as we only had one ticket, no prizes for guessing who got that.
Come on, the Lions! This is appalling! The All Blacks to win by 50!
It eased his cutter, nails it, legs are up, the pouring rain.
One of the Lions players has gone down.
It is Ryan O'Driscoll. What a blow for the Lions. In the opening moment of this test, they've lost their captain. 23 minutes into this match, the All Blacks in front, 6-0. Williams straight through the line out, all the way to the line. It's a try!
The team was picked as if England was still a force in world rugby, which at the moment they're not.
All the way, it's a try for the All Blacks!
They claimed that they were going to be the best prepared Lions tourists of all time, and they looked totally ill-equipped and ill-prepared, and it was a shambles.
21 points to 0. The All Blacks over the Lions.
You go for plan A, and plan A, there's nothing wrong with that, but for it to succeed, plan A has to come off, and plan A crumbled, and it crumbled very early, and it crumbled horribly, and you're just left with the carnage of Christchurch.
They have blown the Lions off Jade Stadium, 21 points to 3.
We didn't expect to lose, and we certainly didn't expect to lose the way we did lose. We're very, very disappointed.
You know, I'm not going to complain about the conditions. We were prepared for that because even without the rain, we knew it was going to be wet.
They're stronger, fitter and faster. And not only did they tame the Lions, they reduced the roar to a meow.
A bitter-sounding Brian O'Driscoll blamed All Black skipper Tana Umanga and hooker Kevin Mialamu for what he claimed was a spear tackle, which dislocated his shoulder and ended his tour. The incident happened just 1 minute and 17 seconds into the test.
There's no way that All Black players go out to maim opposition. Never have done as far as my memory is concerned. Don't do it now. Not part of team policy.
Obviously, there's a huge element of frustration and anger at the way it happened. I have no doubt whatsoever that there was some sort of spear tackle.
I think it was a wrong tackle. I've never seen a double spear clear out of a ruck in my life. I've never seen one at a ruck after the ball is gone and the boys looking around, the ball is gone, then they go ahead and do it. So I think it was wrong.
The fact that he seemed to be going on about it himself, and that the Lions kept going on about it, didn't come across very well here. I don't want to say whinging.
I didn't think the incident was anything anyhow. I saw it live, I saw it on replays. Unfortunately, it happened, leaving Brian O'Driscoll out. It was a terrible tragedy for the tour, you know, just for us Kiwi fans as well, wanting to see the class of him. But it happened in rugby, you know, if he hadn't got injured, if he hadn't have fallen awkwardly, it wouldn't have been an issue.
Brian O'Driscoll's tour is over, and it was ended in a very sad way. And we can park it there if you want to, but I think, you know, things do happen in battle, and I would say, and I accept that the incident was not premeditated, but I think it was opportunistic.
I'm surprised that the cycling commissioner from South Africa, who got all the tapes, you know, that's his job. He sits in the stand and says, right, I'll have a look at that after the game, gets all the tapes. We see it, 1.3 million people see it in New Zealand, the rest of the world see it and say, oh, there's a bit of guilt there. We need to investigate it. He said, no, it's all over, I don't see anything further. Well, I think his guide dog must have seen it because he was blind. But
I'm not going down the conspiracy route because I think it leads you away from the fact that the Lions on the night stay.
Obviously the match was a big disappointment to us. We've come all this way and to have the team play like that is a huge disappointment, really.
But I think the Welsh and the Irish is paying the price for bloody English bigotry, like.
I was totally disgusted. You spent all this money coming over here and watching a second-rate team play.
Well, travelling with the Barmy Army, it's always great crack, as you say, an era. It really is. We all have a very good time, and the camaraderie is absolutely superb.
Every Englishman I've spoken to, and I mean every Englishman I've spoken to, every one of them criticising Woodward. Yeah. Every one of them.
Hey, well, the guy's going to soccer next up, so I mean that tells you a bit about it, doesn't it? So if he sees his future in soccer, he should have probably gone there a month or two ago.
I think really Sir Clive has made a mistake in bringing other coaches with him. I think if he was picking the team himself, he probably would have got a lot more decisions right. I think he's been distracted by the Scots and the Irish and the Welsh.
Welcome back. Well, there's so many tragic stories to get through this morning, it's hard to know where to begin. Most important, though, is the dislocated shoulder to Lions captain Brian O'Driscoll, who joins me live now from Wellington in New Zealand. Good morning, Brian, or should I say good evening.
Hiya, Pat. How are you?
Yes, Brian, it really is an atrocity. There you were, in your prime, in peak physical condition, Lions captain, book deals, endorsements, beautiful girls, your future, your fortune seemingly assured, then bang, it's all over. How do you feel?
Yeah, well, I'm, trying not to focus on the negative and, trying to remain positive and, I'm concentrating on my book at the moment.
What was going through your mind as you were being raised chin high by two mad Maoris as you awaited to be thrown like a spear in a mad and frenzied attack?
Yeah, well, as I've said, I'm, trying not to focus on the negative, just move on and, concentrate on the book.
How sore was it at the point of impact, your shoulder smashing off the ground as you felt the excruciating pain of the joint exploding out of its socket?
Yeah, well, there are sort of certain things about it that, I didn't like, but, it's all in the book. Did I mention that I'm writing a book?
Brian O'Driscoll, thank you. And don't forget our phone-in quiz this morning. And this morning's question is, what's more painful, giving birth or dislocating your shoulder? Now, some music.
The All Blacks stood behind their captain as he faced the rugby paparazzi.
Obviously, you've been looking forward to seeing me this week, and I must say that I'm really excited about seeing you guys.
For 5 days, the media have feasted on the Lions' spin over Brian O'Driscoll's tour-ending injury. Umaga says he'll do his talking this time when the rugby's over.
I don't try and do things through the media. We'll try and make contact, and when we do, we will.
Has there been any contact, do you know, between Tana Umaga and Brian O'Driscoll in the last 24 hours or so?
Yeah, he had a call, Brian had a call, and he just kind of commiserated with him being injured, as if he had nothing to do with it, which I thought was strange. So he hasn't apologised, which it's a bit upsetting. It's like kicking a ladder out from under somebody and commiserated an accident on a ladder,
A lot of the angst, I think, could have been avoided if, either on that night or the next day, Tana Umaga had rung Brian O'Driscoll or gone to see him and said, look, mate, I hope you don't feel that I did this deliberately, or, first of all, maybe, are you all right? and I'm sorry that you had the injury.
He hasn't apologised, but he's commiserated with him like he had nothing to do with it. It's a bit like being on top of a ladder and the fella takes the ladder away and says it's got nothing to do with it when you fall over. You know, it's a bit like that, isn't it? I mean, it's not exactly like that, obviously, because there was no ladder, but you know, there's no ladder on the pitch. But you know, if you can imagine what it'd be like for Brian being on the ladder and Tana taking the ladder away.
Brilliant. Excellent stuff. Let's load up. Now wait till you see these lads. I'm on the road to the next Lions match, which is about 2 hours north of Wellington, and they played a team called Manawatu. And look at these little babies that I'm going to try and flog to the punters tonight. Here at the team hotel, lads, and I don't want them to see these t-shirts too quick, but I'll just pop this out here, undercover, in Palmerstown North. Folks, roll up and get your wanted t-shirts. Come on and tell the truth to the world of what happened last Saturday morning, folks. Come on! Oh, lads, only 30 bucks a pop. Oh, folks, get a t-shirt and tell everyone what happened. Come on, boys, roll up and get your wanted t-shirts. Come close, lads. Touch the garment. Any Irishman, come up here and talk to me now. The first man to buy the t-shirt, lads. It's a Wexford man. I've only got 100 or so to go. Come on, 30 euro pop, lads. Come on. What part of the country from? Off. Oh, Seamus Darby country. Well, with a hat like that, you want to be wearing that, lads. Hector. Where are you from?
Tipperary.
Great. What part of the country from?
What? Mayo and Tipperary.
Come on, folks, we've only got a few left.
Do you think there's obviously a case to be answered here?
A case to be answered. It was a simple matter of apologising, but there was no apologies made. And one of the greatest living players of our generation is not here on the tour. The captain is out, he's injured. An apology, that's all it takes. That's the official DVD of the Lions.
Having a match against Manawatu is about as useful as possessing an ice cube in the Sahara Desert. The only thing is, the ice cube might have a better chance of surviving than the Lions do on Saturday against the All Blacks.
Now you got to check this out. This is what the national newspapers are saying about last night. Listen to this. The most disgraceful moment during the television coverage of the Manawatu British and Irish Lions match on Tuesday night was when pictures of the t-shirt text of two Lions supporters were shown. Tana Umaga wanted for the assassination of Brian O'Driscoll. And this journalist goes on to say the outrageous claims of O'Driscoll and Sir Clive Woodward against Umaga and Mealamu were clones of Prime Minister Tony Blair and his media advisor Alistair Campbell, making their extravagant, accusatory and inaccurate claims about Saddam Hussein's weapons of mass destruction. That just shows you how mad this place has gone on the whole thing. I'm telling you, boys, they've gone Lula. We're hanging outside the barriers here at the team hotel, and there must be 1,500 or 2,000 people just waiting to get a glimpse of their heroes. The team are going training, supposedly. They're going to make a 10-yard journey from the door of the hotel to the bus, and you'd swear the George Bush was here with the amount of security. The hype and the frenzy and the security around them is unbelievable. Do you think Clive Woodward's lost the plot? I'm hearing $20 million on the tour. I'm hearing iPods designed for the players with their favourite tunes.
Well, he's treating them like they're a bloody rock band, isn't he? And to be honest, they're playing a bit like a rock band.
Shane, will you come out? Will you come out here? Come out. Come out. Just give us a wave. All right, Shane. How's things? Are you well?
Yeah,
all right.
very good, very good.
You're nice and relaxed.
Ah, yeah.
Is it mad in there? Is it like Fort Knox?
No, it's very calm in there, but when you get out here, it's mad.
Tell me this, Brian, how's the head and is he all right this weekend?
He's all right. He's very disappointed. But he's hanging around, which I think is important for the team.
Did you hear about the T-shirts I made up?
No.
I made up these ones with wanted written on them. I sold them above at Manawatu. They went like hotcakes. Wanted. Picture of Umaga, right? For the assassination of Brian O'Driscoll, 24th of June 2005. They sold like hotcakes. All the boys were coming up from Longford and Tipperary just to give him a bit of support.
Are you going to do a reprint?
I'll reprint them and I'll send one up to your room. I'm going to try and get one into Brian as well. I'm going to try and send a few up to you. Go on and relax and stroll around. And then just take your mind out. Keep the hoodie up, Shane. Good seeing you. All right. Now this is ridiculous. I've been standing here for 2 hours. But you know what? I think I've an idea of how to get into this place.
How you doing? Got a drop off for sub 60. I am now walking into the foyer, boys. Nobody has a clue. I have a drop off here for O'Driscoll's, the O'Driscoll's with the Lions party. What are the Lions staying here?
Yeah.
Good luck to them tomorrow, that's what I say.
That's all you need?
That's all I need. The O'Driscoll Lions tour. Thank you. Cheers, Mike.
Brian O'Driscoll has now got his wanted T-shirt. Mission complete. Sweet, bro!
Hello?
Eddie, it's Sir Clive.
Oh, hello, sir.
Eddie, just want to say thank you so much for your contribution so far. It's been absolutely invaluable. I just want to talk to you about the selection for the second test. Obviously, I've thought long and hard about what we should do, all the options we have. I think the system we should employ is a 4-4-2.
Right.
You know, I think we should close them down in midfield, don't leave any gaps at the back, and make sure we don't concede an early goal.
Jesus Christ.
As you know, we've lost our captain, our talisman, Brian O'Driscoll, to an horrendous Maori war crime. We've got to replace him. I think the man to do that is Delalio.
Well, Lance got injured in the first game, so he's actually gone home.
So he was. OK. Then I think we should play Martin Johnson.
Well, Martin retired after World Cup. Did you coach, sir?
Did he? Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Eddie. Yes, thank you for that very valuable contribution. OK, well, who else is there? I mean, we did bring 45 players with us. There's got to be somebody who can go out and lead the team.
Well, what about Garrett Thomas, sir?
Don't be ridiculous, Eddie. Thomas is Welsh.
What a total fuckbag.
This is a disaster. British and Irish Lions, me whole. We're never gonna win another fucking game.
Now, I can't believe what's just after happening. A girl approached me and she's the press secretary for the Lions. In a matter of minutes, she's after inviting me and us up to the press conference. If I tried to get this access back in Ireland, it wouldn't happen for love or money. I can't believe this. The amount of press, TV, they're all in. And we're in the middle of it.
From my point of view, you know, Saturday night, the test match was, you know, I've been involved in rugby for a long time, especially as a coach, and I think I'd put it top of the list of the most disappointing nights I've been involved in. Going into the game, prior to kick-off, you know, I passionately believe I'd got lucky again, picked the right team, especially at 10 and 12 when I saw the conditions, especially in terms of the line-out team we'd chosen, and then to see it all unfold was very, very disappointing for everybody involved. And it went wrong Saturday night. Hold my hand up. Can't change that. But you've got to move forward very, very positively now. And I've just got to put out a very, very attacking team. It's a team we have. It's a game we have to win. And I promise you there'll be a completely different show come Saturday evening. Thank you.
The presence of Alistair Campbell and that whole PR stroke spinning of the tour. I suppose maybe Clive Woodward felt that he would need the best PR people around him that he could, but I just felt that there was a very heavy media department presence here.
He brings out your man Campbell, right? Now, if this was World War III, your man Campbell would be in his element. But it's a rugby tour, so he hasn't got a notion. So they've lost the public relations battle. They hid the players in the hotel for fear that anybody would talk to them. Net result, this is the most disliked Lions ever to visit this benighted island.
The first night Jordan Murphy was here, he talked about going out for a beer to help unwind, like a beer, and then going out for a stroll and a beer, and it was changed at the insistence of the media department to going out for a stroll. So this became a euphemism now amongst the media corps throughout the tour, that if we were going for a drink, we were going out for a stroll, and maybe even a couple of strolls.
It was one of those games where you don't like to come out of a game with regrets or even feeling a bit kind of as if you've not really had an opportunity to have to sort of have the right to your dreams.
But I think the game has changed so much lately. You know, I think I'll stand on 13 off set plays, but I think after that, you know, you need forwards who can pass, you need backs who can ruck.
I'm not your standard rugby hack.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So you can interview me.
Are we rolling now?
Yeah, we're rolling away.
Yeah, I know that.
Shane, Morgan, respect.
There's the phone out there.
Oh, good. This isn't it mad? I've never seen such a hype around in my life.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's a real scrum. You see this I don't know how many, there's 20 odd cameras, there's hundreds of journalists. It's unbelievable.
Well, did you ring them in the middle of the night to tell them, or?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think it would only be fair, really. You know.
And when the phone goes at 3 o'clock in the morning in an Irish house, you think it's the Gardaí.
Yeah, exactly. Something's up. A fella's been caught or something like that. Or
the hair is looking good. Are you getting a few highlights in it? I get a couple of the tops frosted from time to time during the summer.
I had highlights in before, but
didn't work.
Yeah, it's a bit gay, really.
I find. Are you allowed out for drinks under?
You're allowed to have a drink. You're allowed to pretty much do what you want, you know. But when the matches are coming up thick and fast, I think you don't want to do that. There's no point in messing around. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, so you're better off laying off for a while.
He trusts us all, you know, not to go completely buck ape and make shows of ourselves.
How's Brian? How's he?
He's upset, you know. He's disappointed, obviously. You know, only to play a minute to come out, Lions captain, only play a minute. It's a sickener for him, you know. And now he's got to deal with a shoulder operation and a shoulder reconstruction, which is going to take a few months as well. So, well, I've been in front of the Hector before, but I could just concentrate on my own job. You know, leave them get on what they're doing and concentrate on your own job. It's you know, they do their own thing.
There's plenty of hackers on Saturday night going up the main street in Limerick at about 2 in the morning looking for a snack box.
Yeah, but
how will it feel with Paul O'Connell? Probably the best looking pack in the world with the two you boys and O'Connell.
Jeez, I doubt that. Yeah, it's great to play with Paul, you know. To play with such a close friend, you know, is great, and a fella that, to be honest with you, you'd lay your body down for, you know, and a fella you'd walk through a wall for.
Well, listen, good luck next Saturday. I'll be there, man. I'm right with you.
You're all right for tickets, yeah?
Yeah. Come here, give us a couple of them. How many have you? Give us 20 there.
I'm selling for twice the face.
Come on around here. We'll get a few off you.
If they lose this test, history shows, not just with British Lions teams, with All Black teams, everybody. If you lost the first 2 tests, there's a damn good chance you'll lose 3-0.
The Lions can't possibly play that badly again. So there has to be some sort of readjustment of true form. I think the All Blacks are very good, but hell, the Lions should be very good too.
You've got a lot of new people who were sitting in the stands last week in Christchurch saying, I could do better than that. I wouldn't be doing that. Just give me a crack.
The Lions have got too much ability for them not to improve. And if they don't improve, there's something terribly wrong with their setup.
If Woodward doesn't succeed tonight, he really has failed badly, hasn't he?
Oh, well, of course, I mean, if he fails tonight, the whole thing goes down the toilet. Auckland becomes irrelevant. The Test series is over. He's facing a whitewash.
Really, unless they can win in their second test here in Wellington, then it's possibly the most ridiculous use of $22 million in the history of world sport.
You're going to have to explain the name to me.
hEochagáin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just Oscailge.
But is that how you say it?
hEochagáin, yeah.
That's how you say it.
Yeah.
So I'd be mispronouncing it.
How would you pronounce it?
Halligan.
Oh, completely wrong.
Who told us you called him a Halligan?
Wayne.
Yeah, but the Wayne widow from us.
That Wayne's got to go.
Yeah, out the door, gone.
Are you actually attending the match?
Yes, we'll be at it tonight. We'll be there.
And you'll be filming it?
We'll be filming to build up the atmosphere, and hopefully they can turn it around. They have to turn it around, or else it's a shambles. Woodward has 45 people down here and about 700 back.
Sir Clive, we call him.
Sir Clive, yeah. I don't call him Sir Clive. What do you think of the small little incident that happened last week with one of the greatest?
Oh, you mean the biting incident, Hector? I presume you're referring to the biting incident where one of the Lions bit one of the All Blacks.
Well, I wasn't referring to the incident of the biting, but I'm referring to the incident of the spearing and the deliberate taking out of a warrior from the pitch.
That's one way of looking at it.
But I don't know if a Kiwi can actually say they're sorry sometimes. Because they're men who play rugby. They're big men and they're Maoris and they're rugby, and we are Kiwis, and when we're All Blacks we don't care about anything, and I'm not going to say I'm sorry there because I am going to win this game for the All Blacks.
Yeah? You got a problem with that?
I have a problem with that because it's 12 more years till the Lions come back down here, and he won't be playing, he won't be captain, and I think it's a mad thing that happened. I wonder where he got that. Where'd you get that t-shirt?
This one in the pub last night.
Oh, very good.
Under the counter.
Now, if you're in Ireland and you play rugby and your name is O'Driscoll, it's a fairly popular name. But I'm telling you, if you've been in New Zealand for the last week and your surname's O'Driscoll, it's absolute mayhem and madness because it's in the paper every day. And I am standing beside Brian O'Driscoll's two sisters who are down here to show their support. Were you in the stadium when you saw
it? Yeah, we were in Christchurch. It was a minute 17 seconds when it happened.
You didn't know what was going through your head, mind?
All we saw was him on the ground, and obviously, worse thoughts go through. So just thank God his injury wasn't worse. That's the way we look at it.
Well, that's the way we look at it. Something like that, the old so-called spear tackle thing, you do see a lot worse coming off the pitch. So, I mean, gutted to come so far and this happens. But
he'll be back.
We're here for, as I said, it is rugby, and we still have 2 games to go. So.
Good. Well, listen, if you're talking to Brian, tell him we're down here and we're asking for him, and the whole country's asking for him.
No worries. Cheers.
Right, cheers.
On the Lions.
On the Lions.
Ben Williams from Cardiff.
How's the tour going so far?
Well, it's been an absolute disaster, quite frankly. Not enough Welshmen on the actual side, I think. And it's he's gone with an English-dominated side once again. It's 6 Englishmen, 6 Welshmen, and 3 Irish. Really, it should be 12 Welsh and 3 Irish, with all the bench Welsh as well.
Now, we've got to talk to the other side. Excuse me, All Black supporters.
Yes.
We're from Irish TV.
Good on you.
Irish television.
Very happy to talk to you. All the very best, guys.
Tell us this. Predictions tonight?
It'll be another good All Black win, but it'll be closer than last week.
Give us a prediction. Any predictions?
I'd say it'll be 24-16. I'd say it'll be relatively close, but I think the All Blacks will get up.
I think we shall just about hold our own to win by the odd point or two at the end. Yes.
For the Lions?
For the Lions.
And a prediction?
I think it's going to be a draw.
Lions, 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 Lions.
25-18 to Lions. 25-10 to Lions.
28-20 to the All Blacks.
Oh! Get him, lads, get him! There's only one big injury in this country in the last week, and that's a dislocated shoulder. Oh my God, have you all dislocated your shoulder? Where did it happen, and how?
I was just walking along on a rugby pitch, and suddenly 2 guys picked me up and dumped me on my head.
Berkey from Black Rock, I believe. How's the tour going?
What's happening, Hector? Couldn't talk to Tom Aigamore. Yeah.
How's the tour going?
It's going really well, just got over here last week just before the first test in Christchurch, and it was absolutely awesome. Rugby here is just amazing, the atmosphere is just incredible. Got the plane over and everything, but it was totally trashed in the plane. Barely remember what happened there. And Toby was on the tequila slammers, puked all over the air. His test. It's absolutely hilarious. Let's hope we sober up in time for this test.
What your prediction tonight in the Westpac Stadium?
Oh, I think Australia are going to win.
Good stuff, Berkey. Have a nice tour.
Cheers.
Come again!
Give it What do you think of the tour?
It's been fantastic. Country's brilliant. Lions ain't playing so well, but we'll put that right tonight.
Have you met my friend Malcolm?
Hello, mate. Hello, Malcolm.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, you with Terry?
Yeah.
You were just saying there that, they all seem so calm, don't they, in New Zealand? But when they play rugby, it's the exact opposite, isn't it?
Exactly. 100%.
How do you find the food? How do you find the food, the difference in temperature and 25 hours in a plane?
Well, Christchurch, when you talk about temperature last week, was like...
It
hurt.
Are you from Ayr?
I'm from Ayr, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. On O'Driscoll.
Yes, come on.
On O'Driscoll!
We've just left Murphy's Bar, actually.
Now this is the centre of Wellington, it's Courtney Place, and for the last 2 days, Friday night and Saturday night, the whole place is closed off because this is a fiesta. They're here to watch the rugby and they're here to have a party and drink the beer. As I've said to you before, we're not allowed to show any of the rugby at all on this trip, but tonight I'm going to bring in this DV cam and do my very own test match commentary.
Patrons may be searched before entering the stadium, so if you've got something dodgy, do yourself a favour and dump it. You may be refused entry to the stadium if you appear lynched, smashed or gently off your face.
It's the biggest game of rugby this year. It's the second match in the series. It's now or never. It's do or die. It's the Westpac Stadium in Wellington. It's the Lions versus the All Blacks. There's more Lions fans than All Blacks, but the tension and atmosphere is electric. Yes! Yes! In the first minute, Gareth Thomas, the skipper, has powered up for the Lions, boys. This is the start they wanted. Yeah! Come on, the Lions! 7 points to 6, 16 minutes gone. Ah, for fuck's sake, that's bullshit! The All Blacks ran straight through them, and who should score? The man himself, the man of the moment, the captain. And every time the All Blacks get a score, they have this stupid music and everyone starts dancing. 5 minutes after the second half started, the All Blacks are in again. Disaster, lads, after a great start. Has just got to try in. Oh! Come on, get the ball out. We need to score. Come on. Come on, Johnny. Come on, Shane. Just as if there's a big black monster in front of them. Just after 9 o'clock now in the Westpac Stadium here in Wellington, and I have witnessed firsthand the power of the All Blacks. We had no answer in any department, lads, and it doesn't matter the hype that surrounded the whole thing and the O'Driscoll injury and everything that I felt for this week here in Wellington. There is no answer to the dominance of the All Black. That's probably one of the greatest teams I'll ever see in the flesh.
Oh, boys, we got tears in our eyes now. I'll tell you now. Never mind. It's going to be very, very hard when we come back from this.
Do you blame Woodward?
You've got to start from the very... At the end of the day, the boys didn't play well, they played very poorly. And we got to take that on the chin, we're all there. But at the end of the day, you've got to look, when they had the ball, it was like a side that was chucked together last night.
You ever need to get rid of a few players, will you send them up to us? We'll take them off, you know about it.
The Lions are fucking shit. No, they're not. That was a bloody good game of rugby. Oh, excuse the language.
What Daniel Carter was doing was just ridiculous. I mean, for 23, he pisses Ice Cubes. If he was any more laid back, he'd be asleep. I mean, you talk to him after and he speaks in kind of this sleepy drawl with his eyes half closed, and you can't believe it's the same player. And he's just like all class players, his time on the ball. And then you add in the goal kicking and I mean, he could have got 40 points. The Lions missed 28 tackles and didn't defend badly. It was uncontainable. It was brilliant to watch.
It's very important that we all stick together now, that we're all Lions on tour. We're not Irish, English, Scots or Welsh. Just got to, harmonise and stick together. And we are all united in agreement that Clive Woodward is a total
Why are ye so blooming good? Why are ye this magical force in rugby? Like, where does it all come from?
Well, I mean, at the heart of it, to be brutally honest, for years and years and years in sport, it's the only thing we have been good at. Rugby has always been the national sport of New Zealand as long as anybody can remember. It is the only thing that young New Zealand men for years and years measured their self-worth by. So because of that, there's such passion for it that when you get mostly an All Black team out on the pitch against England or Ireland, those New Zealand kids have been playing it since they were 5, and they've been playing it bloody seriously since they were about 6.
Like any sport, you got to find them when they're young. You got to get them at the beginning. You got to teach them the skills from the start. And down here, they teach them when they're kids.
Yeah, that would be a total of 40 kids playing in the 7-year-olds and under.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just for this area alone?
Just this club. Yeah,
and Silverdale has got a quite good reputation in this area.
Yes, definitely.
And how strong then is the underage rugby? They start off at under 7?
No, they actually start off at 5. They start at 5.
We're all in the same psyche here in New Zealand. I guess as kids we get taught the same way, and you know, so when you come together as the All Black side, you can gel pretty close.
When you watch 9 and 10-year-old kids catch a ball and pass 3 passes and it goes from the right to the left of the field at that age, then you've got to come down and see where is our rugby coming from. It comes from down there. Yeah. If they saw the All Blacks play like the Lions do, all of our kids would go and play soccer because there's no fun in it.
To be blunt, right from high school level, even primary school level, all the glory in sport here is in rugby. And what 15 or 16-year-old guy doesn't want to show off for the girlies and all that sort of stuff? What's he going to play? Field hockey? I don't think so. Soccer? No. He'll play rugby in this country because then all the little girlies give him that rock star thing.
Good try. In your house, you have rugby for breakfast, dinner and tea. And how, you know, what's the dream, lads? What would you like?
Well, I think at this level, it's just they enjoy the game.
Do you teach the young lads how to get them up on 2 legs and then just whack them into the ground?
No comment. So today, the player of the day is going to go to Woolrick. Woolrick.
Oh! Very good. Hey, boys, you played well. You did very well. What was the score?
8 to 10.
Turn around here and say hello to me. What's your name?
Bradley.
Bradley. And what age are you?
7.
And who's your favourite player in rugby? What's your name?
Wailala.
Wailala. What age are you?
6.
And who's your favourite player in rugby?
Sam.
Who's Sam?
Him.
Oh, he's your favourite player. Everyone, who's this man here? Now, this was a good one. Hey, I saw you over there. You nearly got the guy for a tackle. And what happened after the tackle? There was a few tears in your eyes, wasn't there? Don't be crying, eh? He started crying when he missed the tackle. What age are you?
7.
7. That just shows you how much they're into their rugby. And do you love watching rugby on telly?
Yeah!
And do you love playing rugby?
Yeah!
And do you love playing rugby for Silverdale Rugby Club?
Yeah!
And are you going to be champions this year?
Yeah!
Now show me down the camera how much you love rugby. Show them! Bags are packed and I'm on the way heading north right up through the centre of the island, leaving Wellington and the second test behind. That's all history and there's a lot more rugby played. In front of me today, I've got a 10-hour journey and look at the state of the weather. The forecast is terrible, boys, but at least we're safe in the highest. That's the boys, the British and Irish Choir 2005, and on the road to Auckland. I just bumped in. How many are you?
117.
What was it like singing in the stadium?
Good buzz. Yeah, it was good buzz. Yeah, it was great. We had a good time.
Apart from the football.
Well, apparently the youth side are going against the Lions this time, aren't they?
Yeah.
As long as it's the under-19s.
They're putting in the under-12 All Blacks.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we should beat them. Or we're going to put the 51 players that Woodward has got over. And 51 against 15, we should do something.
What part of Wales are you from?
My state.
On Wales, up the Welsh!
Yeah.
I love the Welsh! I love the Irish! I love the Scots! I love the All Blacks! This is Rotorua, famous for its mud baths, its hot springs and its geothermal geysers. But this land is famous for another reason, because this land is Maori land.
Hupana kupane! Hupana kupane!
What percentage of the population now in New Zealand would be Maori?
We number about 15% of New Zealand's total population of just over 4 million people.
Okay, right, now what I want to talk about is the haka, because I can see your eyes lighting up when you're talking about it. What does the haka mean?
The whole objective is to frighten the opposition before you commence with warfare. And if you couldn't scare them away, then you had to go and do battle. So you enlarge your eyes to show them that I'm not scared. Yeah, protrude your tongue, which means I water for your flesh. You show your teeth, which means that if I catch you, I'll eat you. Come on! Hey! Hapai. Bring up Akia. Slap. Back up. Always look strong.
Yeah.
Because we're little guys, we have to look big.
Yeah, little, all right.
Enlarge your eyes. That's the one. Show some teeth. Protrude your tongue. Hapai. Kamate, kamate, kora, kora.
Kamate, kamate, kora, kora.
Kamate, kamate, kora, kora.
Kamate, kamate, kora, kora. That's good. I like that. I like the guys.
Yeah.
And how did you feel last Saturday in Wellington when you saw the boys doing their haka? How do you feel? How do you feel?
It's just empowering, you know. It's just proud. I'm proud because the challenge is still there. And I've got to say, you know, it was accepted. But end of the day, you know.
Those Lions boys.
Hey.
If I was standing in front of that haka now, I'd be there going, I prefer now not to be here, lads.
That's the one. And that's rightly so. Do
you think it gives them an inbuilt... Do you think it's...
It does.
Do you think it gives them something?
It's all right to be physically in tune, but if you're not spiritually and mentally there, then why play? You know? And that's the added edge I believe that we have.
Yeah, there's definitely some sort of an added edge in this. Massimo Gulamagadi and Maori posse.
Mickey, they're not queer.
They're not queer. Hey! Come on.
I just want to say I've received an email from my Maori advisor on how to face the haka for the third test. We're going to face him in a single vertical line with our left hands on our hips and our right arms raised, shouting Lions, 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 Lions.
15, orange field. Up. You got, mate, you got. You got.
Since I've come to this country, all I've talked about is rugby, all I've heard is rugby, all I've watched is rugby. And I still have the question, how come this small little place is so damn good at the game? Well, there's only one way to find out. That's to get out on the pitch and play it. Hey, Melody.
Hey, that's for you.
Is this for me?
Yeah, so you can have a bit of, I don't know, women's rugby.
Am I supposed to try and block the tackle or go back with it?
No, you're meant to sort of just stand there and let them, and they'll just blow it and go to the ground. And
Now, the Thunderbirds, this is the team you're...
The Thunderbirds.
The Thunderbirds.
The Thunderbirds.
The Thunderbirds.
Oh, that's good.
Tell us this. What does this Lions tour mean for, even for you guys, for the, like, not only for the lads who represent their clubs and then provinces and play in the team, but for the girls who play rugby?
Well, it's huge. I mean, I remember back in 1987 the World Cup here, and that's the reason I fell in love with rugby.
And you've represented your country?
Yeah.
What position?
I played blindside and open side. I was a tough flanker.
You're the finest looking flanker I've ever seen in my life. And that's a fact. Now, lads, I'm going on to the back line. I have never played rugby before in my life. The last time I played rugby was Butlin's 1981 in under-9 tip rugby Coca-Cola finals. The power of the Mead boot. I put it out over the stand and over the bar, 116 to Mead. What am I supposed to do with this ball now? How am I supposed to hold the ball? Kick the bloody ball. Hold the line, girls. And bind. I love saying bind and engage. Can't beat a good ruck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, we have to stay low on camera here, look. Hey, there's one Irish girl in the middle of all these Thunderbirds. They bring this strength. They bring this strength. How are you doing? Are you well? I love Irish girls, but I love Kiwi girls. Where do you play?
Wing.
Wing.
I'm back home, Blackrock.
Oh, Black Rock! Oh, Jesus Christ, I wasn't ready!
Stay there!
See what they're doing? They're going down in underneath and they're trying to lift me, just like they did with Brian O'Driscoll. Okay, ladies, my last thing is, let's hit the showers. Come on! Come on, ladies, that's the best part of it. This is definitely the earliest start on the tour. New Zealand TV, I have a breakfast time appointment. It's wet and rainy outside, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and I bumped into an Irish person who just happens to be down here at the same time, supporting the Lions.
Hello.
Hello, Pauline.
Hello, I just fetched up, so I just thought, I'm here in New Zealand, why don't I go on telly with Hector?
Are you here to support the Lions?
They need us.
Good.
That's why I'm here. I'm here to play.
There's a nice mixture of fans there, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, they're the
Can you spot the Irish
of
man?
the Barmy Army.
Ah, yeah.
I've met some really nice ones. Are we
Yeah, but we're not, Irish people aren't part of the,
no, we
the
wouldn't.
army.
We'd be a green army.
We're our
aren't
own
we?
army, green army.
We're the green army.
You know what hEochagáin means?
Look, I'm just going to fiddle with you. Very virile Irishman.
It means son of the green legend.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is good.
Got off to a really bad start when our Irish brother was cut down in battle before he even got a chance.
The beautiful
you know,
Brian
and we've come down to support Brian.
Yeah.
You know, he's one of the great.
Yeah,
he's probably
he's
the greatest player in the world.
Feel the sympathy. Feel the sympathy coming out there.
I've got just a little joke before we finish. Knock,
Okay, go for it.
knock, knock.
Who's there?
La.
Lahu.
Lions, Lions, Lions.
We are so going to win.
50 points to Lions.
We will be absolutely flat out to try and win this last Test match, which is clearly very, very important to us.
Is there any point playing this last game the way the tour has gone? It's been a disaster for fans, and the last Test is an anticlimax.
They've got to play it. You know, they have to. But, you know, I haven't seen the side just as yet. But if they play the same side as in Wellington, they're going to go a hell of a lot better, because this will be the second time on tour they've played with each other, which is their problem.
We've got to stay positive now. You know, and there's certainly no point in counting your chickens. Certainly no point in counting your chickens when you don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg. I think at this stage it's too early to get bogged down with chickens or eggs.
The last couple of days I've been reading a book about previous, I forget the guy who wrote it, which covers the 93 tour, the 83 tour, and it just came across as a considerable kind of a tour that was quite unhappy, and they seemed to run out of players. So it was all based on these facts that I set the tour up like it's been set up.
I thought that Clive Woodward looked remarkably subdued yesterday at his press conference. He's taken it all very personally, the criticism and everything else. He looks like a wounded man, even a bit of a broken coach, and I think that I would sincerely hope he doesn't transmit that to the players, and he's not in any way a barometer of it. Although the players themselves looked very weary.
I think the Lions will be keen to try and get one back, you know, and go home with, you know, a memory of, the last game, at least we did it. So they'll be up for it, no doubt about it.
We're weary of it now, and it's been an 11-month season, so I think everybody's in homeward-bound mood, or got one foot in the plane going home, and that's always a danger for any team on an end-of-season tour.
It's a test game. You want to win a test game. You want to avoid, you know, losing 3-0, obviously. 2-1 is better than 3-0, even if you do lose. But at the same time, I think the team would like to prove that they are good enough to win a test game in New Zealand.
So this is it, it's the last match of the tour. It's Eden Park in Auckland, and now the Lions finally have one more chance. The four countries must unite as one to take on that mighty Kiwi giant. It's now or never, lads. It's about 6 minutes into the game. Great start from the Lions. It's a slippy pitch. We've got really good seats down close near the action. Drive them Kiwi boys back. Crook their shoulders. Mash them. Umaga is leaving the pitch. Yes, he's got a yellow card. Now that is a serious blow. He's the talisman, he's the captain, and after all the that's happened. He leaves the pitch in the last game. Like O'Driscoll, unfortunately, left the pitch in the first game. Justice has been served. I've never seen anything like it. The All Blacks have just completely walked through the Lions' defence. Lions made a fumble. The boys scored a second try. We need a miracle to come back from this. It's going to be another annihilation. Where's me Oak?
Clive went backwards, the All Blacks went forwards, and I'm afraid that the result was inevitable.
He's an ideas man, he's an initiatives man, and he's good in that respect. The problem is taking the better ideas and not taking all the ideas, because, you know, he's a little bit scatterbrained, he's a bit daft as a brush. That's Clive.
You know, I passionately believe behind the scenes, this is one of the happiest Lions trips has been, in terms of players getting on, coaches getting on, management getting on, doctors.
It's very hard with a guy like Clive Woodward not to just laugh out loud when you see him on television, isn't it, really?
Clive tried to bluff us. You can't bluff New Zealand on rugby. It's in our blood. It's in our bloody beer.
A rugby tour, it is very, very tough, very, very intense. So, and you're doing your job. So, you know, not all of us enjoy our jobs all the time, but it's been a good to be here. You find out about yourself.
How badly wrong has Clive Woodward got it, do you think?
Well, I think Del Boy got it absolutely right in episode 6 when he said he's a plonker.
Yeah.
And Clive Woodward is a plonker.
Now let me give you some of the lowdown that's been happening over the last few days. I've spent 2 or 3 days trying to organise, trying to plan a rendezvous with these players. They've been texting me and I've been texting them, but it didn't happen after the match and it didn't happen the next day. Tonight we've got an appointment at 6 o'clock in here, and they've texted me to say they're going to turn up. Whether they're going to turn up is another matter. If they do, they do. And if they don't, they don't. Hey! The White Sox! How you doing, boys? A monster, man, through and through. Lads, just to let you know, all the interviews will be done in Irish. Is that okay? That's good. Shin Carcalor. All right, my man. Kaiser. Are you well? Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, beautiful mead, you're all that I need. Your rivers, they flow with delight. Will you wear that under the jersey, under the lines?
Always have it on. Have it on under all clothes at all times.
I must come down and see you in Thomond Park.
I do, we'll have to get you down.
A man from Cappamore.
Yeah, we'll have to get you in there for a European Cup.
I go in, yeah, I'm nice on the wing, and I just like to get the ball and feed. I can see the spaces. I was going all right, the tour's going well. Apart from Sorry about that. The tour's going shite. How was it to get in there for that try, get in that corner and muscle the way in? It took a fair man to get in that corner.
It did, but I wish it was the winning try,
Yeah.
not a consolation.
I know.
Nah, it's good. I'm delighted to be here.
Did you ever think growing up you'd be down on the Lions tour in New Zealand?
Yeah.
You did?
Well, brother.
All right,
how
big
we
man.
getting on,
What's
Kev?
the story on the man in the corner? Shane, are you enjoying it? What's it like getting that pitch with them All Blacks?
It's where you want to be. It's what you want to be doing. You know, I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's just a pity that we haven't been doing ourselves justice.
Yeah. Is this your good lady beside you?
She is.
How are you doing? All right, are you well? He's courting long?
Ask him. 10 years.
What? Here. Oh, just stop. 10 years he's courting. What did he say?
Never mind what he said.
What did O'Gara say? What did he say? What did you say? Trombone. Is it the size of his John Bone? Trombone.
Can you cut this?
No, cut. That's the best bit. We want slagging. I want slagging.
But here, on that subject, can we have a quick lamp over here at these two?
This lovely. Look at that for a lovely couple. Lovely, yeah.
If O'Driscoll hadn't the rugby going, he'd be...
Hey, well, there's not much to write about in the book, is there?
He'd be about
He'd be on that 46A into work. He'd be the packed lunch.
Stacking the shelves.
Accountant if he was lucky, and a nice looking bird. He's done fucking farewell, hasn't he?
Go on, give us a bit of juice.
I'd be delighted to dish there on all of them, actually. What would you like to know about any of them?
Just give the Irish.
Just remember, he's coming that way around,
okay? Get him another bottle. Come here, yeah, it was a mad week, and the publicity about the whole thing, but...
Yeah, well, obviously I didn't see any of the stuff at home, but it was madness out here, and I think it got dragged on a little bit too long and took away some of the attention from the test for a while, which isn't the way it should be. It should be all about rugby and not about incidents in the game. So, Tana rang me and apologised for the injury and told me there was no malice in it. So I've got to take.
How is it at the moment?
It feels okay now. It's loosened up the last couple of days. Funny that it doesn't feel so bad after a night out, but. I'm going home on Tuesday. I see the specialist, and probably an operation later on in the week, shoulder reconstruction. So 4 or 5 months, rehabbing it and doing nothing. So unfortunately, no golf and no swimming, no anything really. So it's going to be a testing time, but sure.
But you'll get through it, boy.
Exactly.
I'm going to introduce you to a few fans who've made the tour. They've travelled all the way down, and there's one Dublin man in the middle one. Anthony from Coolock. What are you doing in New Zealand?
Well, I haven't a fucking clue. I got on the wrong plane. I was supposed to be going to Newfoundland, and I ended up in New Zealand.
Do you recognise any of these boys?
I do, yeah. Oh, they're brilliant. The maid team.
How's the tour been going?
Well, it's been absolutely fabulous, actually, but it's been a bit of a disaster from a Welsh point of view, I think it's fair to say. Persisting in picking plodding, overrated, overweight Englishmen.
Hello, Terry.
Hello, yes.
How's the tour going, Terry?
Really very exciting. We've come over with, a group of people from Zurich Insurance.
The state of Ulster Rugby is a matter for myself and the people of Northern Ireland.
All right, and then we're going to finish. There's only one boy to finish with, and then a man from the Munster region.
We've had a laugh, down here with a few of the lads. We're following the men of Munster. I'll tell you, John Hayes is a legend. He's a legend. Raj, a total legend.
Were you in Thomond Park?
Of course I was there. In 1978. I'll never forget it. The Royal Legend.
We're going to sing a little song now, and it's all special for you. We've composed it just for you, specially tonight. Risteárd is going to start it, and I'll join in.
Come the day and come the hour, come the haka and omega. We have come to answer our country's call, and the publishers of Ireland.
Ireland, Ireland, together standing tall. Shoulder, oh me shoulder, should have called. Ireland, Ireland, together standing tall. Grab one side of it. Shoulder, oh me shoulder, oh my God, you should have called. That's lovely stuff. Anyway, boys, thanks for coming down. Really appreciate it. It was great.
It's almost a dinosaur in rugby terms now, and it comes from the past, and it's the last of the great tours. Nobody makes tours like this anymore. That's why it's unique, and that's why it's so special. The main reason it's not going to die now is because there's 25,000 people going around replica shirts. Anything that good, anything that lucrative, anything that makes that much money is not going to die.
This tour has been wonderful for this country. It really has, both in the crowd sense, economic sense, everything. It's been great, and it just reinforces, hopefully, to your mates over there in Dublin, the IOB, that this country and world rugby is dying out for, crying out for tours.
Been a fucking disaster. Been very successful for Alistair. He's made a lot of cash. I've made a lot of cash. Merchandising's gone well. Book deals, fantastic for Brian, even though he's dislocated his shoulder, still going to make a lot of money. So I'd call that pretty successful. It's been so successful for me that I'm never going to manage another rugby team again. And so I'm off to Southampton.
Conessa tatu tatu tatu, conessa tatu ta. Keheda yadi yadi yadi, keheda yadi mar. Umagadona, dona, dona, Umagadona, sha. O driscoll all the lodge of Poland, O driscoll lodge of sha. And we're Lord, dear Lord, la, la, la.
Hector, it was only a dream. You're all right now. Will you have a cup of tea? I go on.